Hi everyone. We're now going to do a wrap that I wear very often, which is sometimes a bit hard to match, but if you get used to it and you kind of have an eye for color and putting things together, it's absolutely stunning. So this is going to be a very, very layered wrap with the ends hanging down long in the back, kind of like a ponytail. So the first thing you need to choose is a base color. I'm choosing this beautiful green scarf from Israel. Now basically all the scarves, you're going to be tying them on your head with the ends hanging at different lengths, aka one end is going to be longer than the other. And you want to remember which side, when you put it on, is going to be longer than the other. I'm sorry that it's hard to see in the video, but this end is short, this end is long. So your base color, you want to make sure it looks beautiful on your forehead, shapes your face nicely, and then you tie it around the back. Now I'm sitting down, and I usually tie these on standing up, so it's kind of hard sometimes. But see, long end, short end. Beautiful. The second scarf I'm going to tie on is this stunning, colorful thing that is just, when Riv Kamalka and I saw it, we're like, I don't care what this is, it is amazing, we have to get it. So do the same thing, one end shorter, one end longer, exactly the same ends. And basically this scarf that the beautiful colorful one, is actually quite long, but I folded it into a rectangle to use it kind of as a sash long scarf. But it's great because you can use it all for these different things. So do the same thing, tie it so one end is hanging and one end is short. Now I'm going to take, oh my goodness, another scarf. I'm going to take an Israeli Tichel, meaning one of these cheap ones, and I was just in Israel. It smells like the shuk, it smells amazing. And I'm also going to tie it on an angle, layering it with the other one, short end, long end. So you can see that we're getting something really beautiful here. This is going to be one of those epic tichel ties. Now, because I want my ponytail hanging in the back, this is my short ends, these are my long ends. If you wanted to have your ponytail hanging on the side, then you would just leave it like this and then wrap these around and there you go, you're done. However, since I want my ponytail hanging in the back, we have to do something different. We have to take these short ends and crisscross them from the long ends, and you will see why, because then when we wrap these long ends around and tie them, it's going to actually be hanging in the back. Interesting, eh? So I'm my first one, and you can kind of experiment with this, choose, pick and choose. I'm going to put the super colorful one around first. See how we can make this really beautiful. There. And then that kind of, we hold it here. You have to hold it with this hand. This is where it takes a little bit of coordination. Now I'm going to take this green one, and I don't want it to be too thick because the green is very dominant. So I'm going to wrap that one around as well. And then I'm going to take this one and do the same. So now we have all these scarves at the back. And you'll want to play with the layers to make different ones more prominent and stick out. I love having this colorful one sticking out. And here is your secret weapon, a hair elastic. You take all the back scarves and just tie them in a hair elastic. Now, you probably don't want this hair elastic showing, so this last step is pretty much, it's my favorite step. But, you know, you could go out like this, it's more of a casual look. But you have it tied in the back like this. And it's really pretty because like then you can get these little tough things sticking out. Stunning. So I'm taking a little ribbon, because I don't want my hair elastic showing. I'm folding it up really small, and I'm going to put it across. Now what I do is I take it around the back underneath, crisscross it. Oh, you might want to make sure that the ends are even before you do this. You crisscross, and then you bring it around the hair elastic and tie. Now, if you're feeling really creative, you can tie it into a bow, you can tie it into anything really that you want, but I'm going to be a little more casual with this one. And there you have it. Isn't it cool? And it looks so intricate. Now, one thing that some of you were asking about is, doesn't the amount of weight drag your head down? And I should have mentioned this before I started, so I apologize for not mentioning it. But you might have noticed as I was wrapping that my motions are towards my head and almost they're forward. Even though I'm wrapping things to the back of my head, I'm wrapping them with a forward momentum. That means that the weight of the scarf is actually kind of going forward. It's bringing my hair forward, which is an interesting phenomenon that if I were wearing just a ponytail, it would drag my head back. But this actually brings the weight forward. So it's one thing you want, it's just almost a mental thing. Keep in mind, wrap, don't pull back. Wrap pulling forward and towards your head. And let's say for some reason it does weigh you down throughout the day, a really good hint is to just take the back of your head and push it forward. And then you're probably good for the next hour or so. So yeah, if you have any problems with it weighing down your head, let me know. I get chronic migraines, and I find this is one of the easiest styles to wear in terms of weight and twists and knots. So I hope it works for you as well as it works for me. And Cole too, hope you're doing well. Bye bye.